What would you like to know?
Go and make money to save so I can go to prison. I have money.
Sergeant, get your lieutenant, please.
Huh?
Give me a lieutenant. Give me a lieutenant.
Today is the second day of June 2021. It's 10:50 a.m. Detective Dominguez and I are currently at attempting to interview Mr. Bishop. Dropping everything.
Oh,
Don't mind me. How's it going? Sorry about that. How's it going?
My name's
There we go.
Danny Dominguez.
Good morning, sir.
Nice to meet you. I've seen you on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. So, we spoke on the phone maybe a while back.
I know.
That's what we hear about. This.
I'm gonna sit because I'm not. Can he just like disappear that cat?
Yeah, that'd be.
You want a more comfortable chair? I got a chair.
No, we just drove down from Orlando, so I'm happy to stand.
You sure?
I've been sitting
I
for.
have more space in here.
Yeah, if you want to talk in here, we can talk out here, whatever. All right, wherever you feel comfortable. Yeah.
I want you guys to be comfortable. Man.
All right.
You got new shit on, and you got sitting in a small ass chair.
I'll try to use the torch here.
Hey man.
Perfect.
I'm sitting.
Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. There we are.
All right.
So this was the invoice we talked about on the telephone. This is one he submitted for over $29,000 and got paid over $29,000. So this, did he ever actually get any of this work done?
No.
No? Was it just an estimate or what actually?
Yeah, so basically he's going through and saying, hey, send me an invoice
Okay.
so I can pay you guys because I'm not doing the work until you go through. Like
Sure.
That, okay, like that small one you saw,
Yeah.
the invoice that had tracking number stuff on it.
Yeah.
I shipped that. You'll probably track it down. I probably didn't get paid for like 5 months.
Wow. It's a long time.
Yeah, and it was $400. And it's, oh, there's a check in the mail. Oh, there's this. Oh,
There's always something.
Yeah, and that's kind of when because like I said, he was actually cool. He had me fooled for a long time, man. So I was actually like, always like thinking him, and I was like, dude, I'm trying to hunt him down for $400.
Yeah.
And I told the boss man, I'm like, hey man, I ain't messing with this guy no more. And I kind of distanced myself. Then it happened like a month later. I swear to God, a month later,
Yeah.
one of the cops from Whittimer came in and said, hey man, just so you know, this is who this guy is. And they called me and said, oh my God. And I'm like, the boss like, do you have the 6th sense?
Can I ask a question? So before do you mind?
No, of course.
So,
And by the way, I'm not giving a sworn, I'm not being on real world police, nothing like that, right?
No, we're not here to do any of that.
Wait a minute.
yeah, I would shut this door. So, this is a very serious matter. It's a criminal investigation, okay? And the reason why we're here, Mike Warner, the detective, is the lead in the case. I'm here as his partner. But we want to convey to you how serious this is. So this man has made a name for himself by going on TV and going and doing his YouTube videos and all of these things that portray him a certain way. But this, can I call you by your first name, Ali? Is that fine?
Absolutely.
This is a very serious case. It involves a lot of fraud, and that's why we're here today. So
when you had told me about, I'm like,
let me finish with my point. So prior to the Windermere policeman telling you about Jeremy, who did you think he was? What did he portray to you? What did you believe he was?
he was good. He's very, okay, because we're Muslim too. So he came in, the first time I remember when he met him, dude, he's a gem. Came through so humble, so thing we didn't even know. Then he was like, oh yeah, he started speaking Arabic. We're like, oh, you're Arabic? Cool, man. Oh man, so da da da. And then he was explaining what he does, funeral escorts and things like that. I'm like, okay, very good. So like, it was a very legit thing. Never saw him with a firearm. Never saw him with thing. Okay, yeah, you saw him in uniform, but you can see he's kind of like security guards. Hell, down here, when I came down here, I was almost like in the security guards down here walking around with AR-15s, and I'm like, what? How the heck? What? You're driving unmarked cars? Put a damn sticker on your car that says security. So,
Sure.
But never to us, never portrayed him like, oh, I'm law enforcement. Never did that. So I think he knew better.
Right.
That we.
You can tell the difference, obviously.
We're not stupid.
Okay.
So you did work for him then, and he legitimately had work
Yeah.
done.
Oh yeah, he's had work done, and he's paid for the work, and there's always been things like that. So the first time he actually came through, he had lights, and we installed them for him. They're all white. We installed them for him. Then he broke them, and then we replaced them. So just normal practice, like we normally would.
And go ahead. I guess you can get back to this, Mike.
So was anything ever done? Like what?
Absolutely not.
Was this all for the same vehicle? Like was there anything? Like did he just? Like where did the list of items? Was that something he asked for? Or was it?
Yeah. So if I recall, because like I said, this was a long time ago. So this one was like probably one of those things where this was like a car or something that got wrecked.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. And he was like, "Hey, this is all the equipment that was in the car. What is it going to cost me to replace it?" So I don't know if they were totaling out the car, and then they were going to get a new car and replace the equipment. That's what happens all the time with law enforcement.
Sure.
So they do the same thing. So that's probably what this was.
Go ahead, next, because I don't go ahead.
Yeah. Just back to this. Did you ever see it? The car? Did he ever bring it in?
No.
Did he? Then things like rear radar unit. This obviously as a funeral escort, he doesn't need to stalker rear radar.
Yeah, because he had the L3. Where is it?
I don't remember where it was on there, but there was a stalker.
Yeah, like I said, that was just a list he. Yeah, stalker front rear antenna.
Yeah, and there was things like that. When you worked on his cars, did he ever have? Like, was that things that you would see in his car? I mean, obviously.
If I ever saw it, it was like a dummy. So like, he'll have like on his motorcycles, right? He'll have the radar display. But
But there's not. He doesn't actually do anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So that's what me personally. That's what I've seen.
And same thing with the prisoner transport cage. I mean.
Yeah, I've seen cages. He's had cages and stuff in there. Yeah, because I guess he buys them from old police
Sure.
cars, and a lot of them have cages.
And the AR-15 rifle rack. Like, does that same?
Hey, I've seen security.
Of course.
Everybody has in the security side of things. It's
Sure.
people have that kind of stuff, so I can't do that either.
Was it? So the way he came to you was one of my company cars was in a crash.
If I
This
recall.
was everything that was damaged. I'd like to know how much it would be to get everything fixed.
Correct. Replaced. I think this was all replacement. That's why you see that stuff is actually. This isn't for repairs. This is actually a new.
Okay.
Like if you were going to go and buy every item.
But he never brought the car by and said, "Do you want to look at it first or to verify?"
No.
He just came to you with a
If
list.
I recall, these cars were like they were wrecked and sitting in like the. I guess when you have a wrecked car, they go to like the.
Yeah, like when
company or
yeah.
whatever, I think. So and that's what it was.
And then the other one. Yeah.
So that is an invoice, or is that just what is that?
So this one's listed.
What did you prepare for him?
I prepared this for him to say, okay, if you're going to move forward, and if this is what you want to do, I need this. I'm not ordering shit without you
And
giving
what
me
was the
shit.
bottom amount?
It shows 29,256.78.
So basically, you provided him with replacement costs for these items.
Correct.
And no work was done.
Correct.
And even though it says an invoice, it's obviously
Correct, and that's why I listed it prepaid.
okay. So that's a normal practice.
And thank God I did. Imagine if I would put net 30 or something like that,
Yeah.
I'd be sitting here in a different seat like, oh, I swear, go check my bank account. That's what would be happening.
So what do you mean? Net 30 means 30% down.
No, net 30 means like, say for instance, like when you guys come in, right?
Right.
You guys will get the work done, we'll bill it, and
Gotcha.
the invoice isn't due for 30 days.
Gotcha. Net 30-day invoice from local law enforcement or
Exactly.
liable companies.
Correct.
I don't have the other one with me, but we talked about it on the phone. There was an invoice for like a 4-man team to go to a
Correct.
junkyard.
If that was for stripping, I think that was
Yeah,
for
for stripping. Yeah, that
motorcycle or something.
that never happened either.
No.
You never sent a team of.
No.
Have you for any customer? Have you ever sent a like? Is that normal too?
Yeah, sometimes we'll go through, like, say for instance, with a lot of law enforcement agencies, we'll go out to the tow yard and
Okay.
the equipment.
So that's not out of the norm to ask for. Okay.
Yeah, especially if the car's not drivable.
But
So, like,
you
a lot of
didn't
times-
do it for him.
No, sir.
So obviously, if he's submitted this as a receipt and the invoice from the 4-man team as a receipt, that never happened.
Yeah, like you said, you can go through all my books. There's no generated sale. I didn't pay tax on this. I didn't go into sign my system. It's not because I never received anything.
Did he ever?
And I've never ordered half this crap. I've never ordered none of this stuff. So.
Does he come to you? I mean, obviously you don't work in Orlando now, but like, what was the relationship end on his part? Like, what stopped?
It was, okay, to be honest, it was when he chased me around for that $400 invoice. I'm like, this guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
And I distanced myself. But he had us good.
What do you mean he chased you around?
No, I chased him.
Oh, you chased him
Yeah, I was like,
around. Okay.
phone calls, text messages.
Yeah.
Hey, check, I mailed a check. You didn't get it. I'm like, bro, it's $400. Just give me a credit card.
So, I wouldn't ask you to write anything to swear to it, but the issue that we have here, obviously you're involved in this because that's an invoice from your your audio Xer HG2 up in Orlando. This case is being prosecuted by the Florida Attorney General's office, since it's so vast and the dollar amount is so high. It's not the regular state attorney's office. Would you be willing to at least raise your right hand and swear to it, just to?
I prefer not to, just because I don't want to get involved in any of this mess.
Well,
it is so, like, honestly, it scares the hell out of me.
But let me share with you the reason why we want this to be sworn to. Our job is to get the information from you to present it to the state attorney's office. Even though this case is a large dollar amount, a lot of these cases are normally settled and worked out, and you never end up going to court.
Correct.
So it's important. Two things I think that you need to do here is, one, we want to alleviate this person from doing this to other companies.
Of course.
And he's done it. And he's damaged, insurance companies by committing these acts, and they've lost money. So it would be really important for us for you to do that, so that this would become an official statement.
Yeah.
You understand? Number one. And number two, if you could put your signature on that document and date that you reviewed it today. It's very important, because we're going to give that back to the state, and we're going to tell the Attorney General's office that Ali looked at it, he identified the document as the document he prepared and gave to Jeremy, and basically the work was never done.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, we really need you to sign that.
So that's my only, okay, just because, and I express this to you.
Sure.
Just because of the nature of this case. I really don't want, because dude, I've seen everything.
He's in custody.
I know that.
He cannot.
Yeah, I'm not scared of him.
No,
I don't care about him.
Okay.
Dude, I don't give a shit about him. It's more about us, right? We're in the field. It's almost embarrassing enough, honestly, to see our lights on his cars. When we go through and we see our runners on those cars, it's embarrassing for us. And we're just like, okay. And I didn't delete it off my YouTube because I said, you know what? I'm going to take pride in my work,
Correct.
not in him.
Sure.
And instead of whatever people say, we just say, hey, we just did the
But
work.
I just want to share with you, because I've watched all the videos and stuff. The work that you did, the lights that you put on the vehicles and the motorcycles, has nothing to do with his behavior.
Oh, I know that.
You
know
it's
that.
two separate things,
Oh,
and
I know
nobody's going to look at a motorcycle and say, "Oh my God, look, there goes that HG2 lights
Exactly.
on that with Jeremy."
Exactly.
They're not going to do that.
No,
so
I just don't want to.
believe me, we're not. The state of Florida is not going to put your company or you
I know that.
and hang you out to dry.
I know that.
You're just part of a very critical, crucial piece of the puzzle. And if you do what I've just asked you to do, you've deadlocked this for him. He's done.
Yeah.
You understand? So they have to negotiate.
Yeah.
So that is why we're asking you to sign this
I get
document
it. I know.
and put your sign it, put the date on it, and then if you could just raise your right hand and say, you know what, I told you guys the truth, and that's it, and we walk out the door,
No,
and we won't see you again, Ali.
I know. It's just you got to think from honestly, like I expressed to him. I am here to cooperate. I was at the hospital. My wife's actually 8, almost 37 weeks right now. I was a doctor.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Once I found out you guys were here, I was like, no, they drove all the way here. I gotta come. I just don't, like I said, I really, really, really do not want to get involved with this crap. It's just I don't want to end up. I don't want this if this was going to happen, is I know it's not going to be you guys or whatever. Some idiot's going to do a public records request. Oh, look what just happened. Oh, this.
Well, this is an ongoing criminal investigation,
Yeah,
so
but once it becomes.
but there's nobody going to be able to grab this.
Correct.
But they're going to get that document anyway,
I know.
because the document's
Yeah,
going to be
that's fine.
it's going to be presented.
That's fine, but I just don't want to be like I said. Now all of a sudden I've become my name's literally.
But
in
your
that-
name is there
Yeah.
already.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Your name is there. You're not getting around.
Yeah, you've made it to the witness list just
Am I?
because
Of
he
course.
submitted not because of anything you did, but he's involved you because he turned this in. And
State, the
That's-
Attorney General knows who you are.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So-
Damn it! I just want to be, dude. I just want to be the guy putting
Why-
lights in cars.
I know.
They sent us here.
I don't.
yeah, they authorized us to drive all the way from Orlando, which is kind of a big feat.
I don't want to be involved.
If you have a
Man.
pen, give him the pen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just sign it. Ollie, come on, buddy. Just
We would appreciate it very much.
Man.
Only at this point he's put your name on. I mean, we're past that. There's nothing I can do. I mean, he's turned this in.
No, I know.
And it's been referred to me. So at this point,
And to be honest with you, the other issues that Jeremy is having are probably bigger than this.
Oh, I know that.
Because he's got
That's what he expressed. He says that we're not the only ones.
he's got past problems that he can't get around, and now the state of Florida is looking at him. So.
But you know what it is? The good people always have to get caught up into some shit.
unfortunately, yeah. If it wasn't, the good.
Hopefully she's not having the baby.
I'm with these fraud people from Metro Station. Yeah, she was hung up on me.
I heard that. There was a loud hang up.
No, that's Paula.
Oh, okay.
How is the woman in Orlando?
Yeah.
I met her.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart, man. Oh, man.
They replaced my headlight for free. We couldn't find anybody to do it because the way the Altima is, you can't get to it.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
You have to take out the bumpers.
Yeah, so they were super. The guy reached in I don't know how he got his hand under there. It took him not even five minutes. We were in and out. They were really sweet.
Is she one of the owners of the company, or?
Yeah, so basically the owner's Mozart. He's actually in Atlanta. We opened up our new Atlanta location.
Nice.
So that's why I fly there just because now the wife thinks I'm stationed, but usually 2-3 days a week I'm there.
But she spent an hour with us.
Yeah, she's real
telling
sweet.
us her life story.
Yeah.
It was an amazing story because her mom came here with all these children.
Oh my God.
And had to fend for herself, and basically there wasn't a husband. She left obviously for reasons, things that were going on in her country, and that was a great story. She gave me a gift bag. She
Yeah, she did.
"Oh, you guys, because we don't have control of bringing our car there.
Yeah, this was way even before this case. Yeah,
Stuff.
Well, that's just how we are. It's the humble side of things. We've come from, and fortunately for me, I was never, like I said, I would tell people all the time, my family never let me feel the pain.
Right.
My parents there was always food on the table, whatever I wanted. Okay, maybe they didn't give me everything because I was a spoiled kid, but whatever we wanted, it somehow happened, right? Oh, you wanted a phone, it came. I didn't have to go work. Oh, when I wanted to, and it's funny because when I came to work here, I actually missed my first job interview because I was like, forget it, I don't want to work. What am I going to go work for? And Hala called me and said, did you miss your job interview? Get your ass in here and come for this interview.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like, wow, who would have thought that I went from selling things on eBay to now I'm running 5 locations.
That's awesome.
So it's just crazy, but it's the way my ethics came from because
family.
I felt the pain from them. I'm going through and seeing how these people work, and I'm like, wow, these people work hard.
Yeah.
My parents are hard workers too, but they always protected us. So it was always like, hey, we're going to go work. You focus on school.
Right.
You focus on this. So that's what it is.
That pen's calling your name, Ollie.
Man, I know, man. Okay, so lay me out with the truth.
Yeah.
Just lay me out with everything. Be completely transparent with it.
Go ahead, Mike.
So, here, if you need to.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
I'm afraid you're going to have the baby on me, right?
We don't want
So
to.
I told her, actually, no, that's his phone.
Okay.
Yeah, but make sure that one's. You're checking that one out.
She did text me.
Yeah, let's make sure that's the most important thing.
She said, I should have brought to your copy. No,
Okay.
check up report.
Okay, perfect.
We're just doing the last, the weekly.
So, real quick, so why we have you sign that is so that you don't have to go back there. They will not subpoena you. They will not bring you back. I've been doing it for 2 years. I mean, I have a long history in law enforcement, 2 years doing this. I have not had one case get to the trial, not even a deposition. They just don't, it doesn't go that route.
Yeah.
It's basically, they look at probably negotiating a deal, some type of a plea deal, and then restitution.
Yeah.
Because he's fraudulently took the insurance industry's money. Now, his problem with the state of Florida, with all of the issues with his past and being a felon and all, that's a bigger problem than what he's looking at here. Because he's looking at violating parole or probation.
Sex offender conditions, I mean, I don't know how many open cases. I think just in the last year he's had 3 different, just on
He's
those.
got major issues with that. So he's not been released.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
So
trust me,
Our
I hate it
thing-
because I watch the videos. And I'm like,
our thing is for you to help us by signing the document and just saying, guys, I told you the truth. This is the truth. That's it. If you sign the document, that avoids you having to go up there to tell the state attorney that's the document. Because your signature is affixed to it, and we don't need that. We know who you are. Mike has done his due diligence. We know who we're talking to.
What did you find out?
So we know who you are. We know where you live, but
You probably see like, man, these people are like, has this guy not? Well, the only thing I had trespassed once. You're like, hey man, you're like, hey man, Like, these people, can I find some dirt on this guy, man? Come on.
We don't do that.
Yeah, we're not here to do that.
We're looking for you to be on our side of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I know. Dude, I hate this whole situation.
But that's why, that's the clear truth of it. If you sign the document, all you need to do is sign your name and put today's date. You don't even need to write a statement on the document. We just want to show to the state that you looked at it, you told us that it's the document that you provided to Jeremy, which is accurate, correct? And that the work was never done, is that correct?
Correct.
And that,
So you just got three things from me. See? Come on, man.
I'm good.
You're good at what you do. You're good at what you do. Trust me. I know exactly what's happening here. Trust me. I know exactly what's happening here. Because now I raised my right hand and everything is we said here is perfect. I know what time it is. It's fair game. I just totally don't get involved in this shit.
And unfortunately, I mean, let's say you don't want to sign this here. Obviously, we're not forced to do anything.
No, you don't want to sign it.
No, I'm here to do. I want to do what's right.
Sure.
I'm just thinking, like in my head, I'm thinking of everything that comes along. Trust me. Normally, like,
So
it is what it is.
now the Attorney General, they can subpoena you up to Orlando whenever they want. I mean, it's not like what are your availability? It's on them. They're going to make you go up there. Could be a deposition, could be anything. However many times. This way we can say, look, we already talked to him. He swore to everything. He told us. Detective Dominguez and I can testify to what you said, and we have your signature on this. So hopefully, like all the whole traveling and getting subpoenaed to and from.
Hell, if they go that far, I'm gonna be like, hey, attorney, handle this shit. I don't want nothing to do with this. Hey.
And this way, I mean, obviously, Detective Dominguez has been doing it for decades. I've only been a law enforcement officer for 7 years. None of my cases have ever gone to trial on anything.
No,
it's rare.
You handle yourself very, trust me, I've seen it. And I laughed when he was going through. You handle yourself very professionally.
Oh, thank you.
And you have to.
Yeah.
You guys are in almost the hardest position. Because you're dealing with things and you're having to go through and be like, oh. And then now you're dealing with businesses that are like, oh, because now they're scared to tell the truth. Because they don't know if they did something wrong.
Well, isn't that the truth?
Well, truth is nothing but the truth. I know what that means, man.
Just initially.
I know. Don't put pressure on me, man.
No, I'm not. You don't want to sign it initially.
I know what you're doing.
No, but if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it.
No, I know. I'm torn between. Look, in my heart always tells me to do the right thing, do the thing. But then my heart is also telling me like, you don't want shit to do with this thing. And I get it. I know you guys drove all the way here, and I know why, because this is a good piece to the puzzle.
Right. It's a very important piece of the puzzle.
I know. I'm sure
And Mike had told me it spoke to you before, and your concerns and all that, and we understand that. But the state, the Attorney General wanted us to meet with you in person.
Yeah.
So, our agency, sorry about that. Our agency, authorized us to travel down here, and they could have sent someone from our Miami office or the Broward office, but
I'm glad because then we get to find out.
Exactly.
We talked on the phone and I see you on
Yeah, exactly.
but it's totally up to you. It's whatever you want to do.
No, I know. Let me make a quick call. Let me talk to the
Sure.
So I gotta vent it out,
Whatever you need to do, buddy.
If you guys want this drinks in the fridge.
We're good. Thank you.
Yeah. Summer is among us. Summer is among us. Okay, so I talked to the boss man. He said, "Tell you guys everything you guys want to hear." Then we called one of my. I had my brother call one of his attorneys. Just thing. He said, "Hey man," he says, "when it comes to this criminal shit, he says, just don't sign. Tell them whatever they want.
All right.
You can be a part of You can tell them whatever you want. Tell them the truth. You're hiding nothing. But just don't put your signature on nothing. Just a thing.
All right.
Just be weary." He says, you're here to do anything."
So we'll go. Just make sure here. We're talking about invoice 2784. There's no, this is one that we're talking about. There's no question about that. This one's this piece of paper in front of you, just so I can identify it when I go back. Obviously, it's 2784. This is the one that we're talking. There isn't another 27884. There's only I assume you can't make an invoice 2784 be something else. There's.
No, this is
This is the only. There's not two or three different invoices that correspond to that.
Yeah, there hasn't been a modification. This is the one
All right.
Yeah, this is
And-
the one that I put together.
Okay.
And this is the number, yes.
And then other than
Obviously, I haven't gone into
Oh.
and say, hey, has this been photoshopped?
Sure.
I haven't done that.
But the amount seems to be.
Man, that was so long ago.
I mean-
don't even remember.
But it's not like it wasn't invoice for.
This is my template,
Okay.
and this is my thing, and I remember there being a shitload of stuff. And I remember there being a whole bunch of stuff in the whole list, and I was like, oh my god. And I remember dreading doing this shit.
But at the end of the day, though, he never got any of that work done.
No, sir.
All right. And everything you told us to is it true? Do you affirm that it's true? Rather than swearing, will you make an affirmation that it's true?
I've told you guys the truth.
Do you?
what you need to do.
Okay. All right.
Please don't put me on the damn thing. Please.
We just spoke with the prosecutor.
Yeah, that's what I was on the phone with while you were.
You know, they're going to do everything in their power. You know, again, we talked about subpoenas and things of that
We just,
nature.
like I said, they subpoena me. It is what it is. We'll go through. I would just for my protection, hey, counsel. I'll sit
right.
there and cooperate however I am.
All right.
But yeah, no, that's what it is. I'm not here to make your
Give
guys.
you a card.
I'm not here to make your guys' life difficult.
Sure.
I'll
I'm
make
here to
sure I have
go.
everything. Leave my phone here. I'll come back and visit you.
Anyways. But that wasn't me. Wait a minute.